बोर्ड्स है भाई, बोर्ड्स है, मेहनत कर लो. Life is set if you score well in your class 12th board exams. What will you do if you don't score well in your board exams? Phew. ये सब questions सब हमारे ऊपर आते रहते हैं. So finally those traumatic months are behind when this was all that you heard. And with the board exams now getting over, it's a great load off your back. But the big question is, can you afford to sit back and relax? So the answer is yes for those who have planned out things long back, and a no for those who didn't. Just like the story of the ant and the grasshopper. Ants can afford to relax, but the grasshoppers can't. So choosing a career is very, very important. And if you've not yet planned your career and the board exams are over, it could be giving you some kind of anxiety that what I'm going to do, what is going to happen to my career, and how which path I'm going to choose. But don't worry, there are some 8 tips that I'm going to share in this video, and then certain things which can help you understand certain things about how you can plan your career journey. Also, I'll give you an opportunity to book a personal session which can help you to understand how you can take your career journey to the next level and understand exact methodology by which you can arrive at the career decision that you need to take. Okay, so let's begin. So before we begin, let me introduce myself and welcome to this channel if you're coming to this YouTube channel for the first time. My name is Akshay and I have the experience of working at IIT Bombay for a decade, guiding students, mentoring them in their careers, in their projects. And my observation says that the career selection system in India is faulty because many students today they choose careers based on peer pressure, parental pressure, what the society expects of them, rather than understanding what is deep down their inclinations in terms of their personality, their interests, their ability. And because of not doing this, it is causing a havoc in the life of many of the students. So we will be evaluating this in today's video also about how to choose the right career path, especially after a class 12 board exam. But if you want to know more about it, you can go to my website gakshay.com or careervisionup.com, which will help you to understand and take it to the next level. So let's begin. Let's start with a short story. So do you get the same feeling of blissfulness when you get the load of exams off your back? Well, isn't it the most amazing feeling? Anyway, let's talk about life after exams. What next? So everyone has heard this, boards clear kar lo, fir to sab set hai, clear a board exam and life is all set. But how many of you believe this is true? Well, this is just less than half the truth actually, because learning never stops. You accumulate learning throughout your life. And it does not just come from the books you read, but also come from the experiences you have in your life. And career is one of the parts of your life, right? So most of us have plans like getting into so and so college or doing so and so job. It's always a good thing to have everything planned beforehand, isn't it? But some students aren't sure what to do next. Or even if they are, they find it difficult to not follow the crowd. So after all, to get a job that pays off your bills, you need to be future ready. So what to do when such a situation arises? Well, let us first hear the discussion between two school buddies, Akash and Neil. So it was a bright sunny afternoon, and Akash and Neil were patiently waiting for their board exams results. So Neil had plans of joining a multinational fintech company and had therefore taken commerce in 11. He had performed exceptionally well in class 11 and was now hoping he'd get good grades in boards as well. But Akash was quite nervous at this moment, not because he didn't study well and hence would get proper grades, but because he didn't have any plans for the future. He was simply thinking about giving an entrance examination and joining an engineering college afterwards. That would make his parents really happy, he thought. You got straight A's? Neil exclaimed, patting his friend's shoulders. That's great. Akash coughed and took the laptop from his friend's lap to check the results himself. Yes, he had scored good grades and Neil also had performed well. No, but Akash was now in the dilemma whether he should really pursue engineering as a career. So this particular slide, it shows the story of Akash and Neil, two friends, and he didn't know whether he should pursue engineering as a career. He was in a dilemma. But he also knew that convincing his parents to let him take the path of psychology wasn't going to be easy either. So, smiling vainly, he simply embraced his friend and congratulated him for exceptional performance in the board examination. So, Neil slapped him lightly and whispered, my friend, I know what you're thinking. It's never too late. You can still be a psychologist. So, Akash always knew he wanted to learn about human behavior and pursue a course in psychology. But he had to take science stream as per his parents' advice. This situation arises in almost all of our lives when we don't have any proper plans for the future. We're just stuck at the moment and do not understand how to move forward. So let's go through this presentation which will help you to plan your career after the board exam. So I would request you to put on a thinking cap as it's time for self-introspection and analysis. So the more you do so, the better equipped you are to answer this question of what next. So if your focus until now was on scoring great percentage in class 12, a change in focus is not required. So a distant vision with defined short-term goals is the best approach you should take. So since you have decided to wait before you could put the class 12 board exams behind your backs before diverting your attention, it's the best time now to channelize all your energies into career planning. And please note that there is a regularly increasing number of interesting careers open to you. So all you need is to good insight about the options available, and you need to understand what are your inclinations. So first question first, is it too late to plan your career? So ideally, it's the best time to start career planning early to give the head start, either from class ninth itself. But it's never too late to begin, better late than never. So there is good news for both the ants and the grasshoppers. The ants need not worry at all, and grasshoppers too should be able to make it time for the entrances and further admission procedures with proper guidance and planning. Now, most colleges have entrance examinations for their admissions, which open up after the class 12 board exams, barring a few colleges that finish the exam procedure early. So, and some take on merit, but most of the colleges are today going through CUET, right? So probably if you fill up the form for CUET, you're in safe hand. But if you've not done that, then you may have to look at the options that are available for you. So it may not be too late. There may be still some options available, but we need to understand this well. Now, is it really the turning point in your career? So the post-12 decisions are surely the turning points in your career as you make a conscious decision of choosing what interests or fascinates you, unlike school, where most of the subjects you study were without a choice. So the decisions you take now will carve your career path, and good decisions will take you higher up the learning and performing curve, while wrong decisions may retard your speed and make you lose out on precious years. So if you took a wrong stream in class 11 and struggled to understand right through the 2 high school years, this is the right time to change. If you like what you choose, go right ahead and explore the various options now open to you. Let's look at 8 steps of how to choose a career after class 12. So the decision is tough indeed when you have your heart in so many things or in nothing at all. Option हो सकता है कि अरे ये करूँ या फिर क्या करूँ पता नहीं. So those of you who feel equally adept in 2 or more fields would be finding it tough to make a career choice. And of course, there are many who aren't yet aware of the many options of opportunities available as career choices and feel कि पता नहीं क्या करना चाहिए, कुछ भी ठीक नहीं लग रहा है. So no subject interests them enough to take it up as a career option, for the long term. Then how we should go about making this important decision? So 2 things we need to understand when we are looking at career selection. 2 primary things. One is self-awareness and option awareness. You need to understand about yourself in terms of your personality, who you are as a person, interest, what you love doing, and third is what kind of aptitude do you have? Personality, interest, and aptitude. These are the 3 areas that you need to be aware about yourself. And the second thing is you need to be aware about the different options that are available, and then make a match. So this is the fundamental. Options भी आपको पता होना चाहिए because today there are not only a handful of career options. There are so many different options that are available and that are coming up. So we need to be aware about them also before we make the choice. So the first point is, do I like my stream or do I need to change? So if you think you have made the right choice and are finding it challenging enough, explore more career options in the same stream. But even the 2 high school years, you struggled to carry on and found it difficult to grasp the subjects, then a change in your stream and outlook may be required. So don't worry, stream change is very much possible and not that difficult if you are aware of your options. Okay, so like many times students they choose science or they choose commerce because their friends are choosing, and or they feel कि ठीक है देखेंगे बाद में, let me start with some subjects without having a proper plan. So if that has happened to you, whatever has happened. Don't worry about it. Still, there is time that you could change it. And if you want to understand whether you're in the right stream or not, I have a course called the Higher Secondary Career Challenge, in which I shared about in detail about to identify whether you got stuck in the wrong stream or not. So if you want to know more about it, you can send an email to cvhakshay@gmail.com. Next comes explore targeted entrance examinations. So to explore more about the entrance examinations for the courses you're targeting. So popular courses like BPA, Bachelor of Journalism, Mass Communication, BTech, MBBS, Law, all have entrance examinations after class 12. And these exams are pretty competitive and require a great deal of preparation. So it's best to start early. Then comes eliminate human biases. So eliminate human bias in your decisions. So if a mom or dad wanted to become a doctor, your friends recommend that a career in the design is the in thing. You feel that you'll do great as a writer. So do not take all these things for granted. You or others around you might feel you would do well in a particular career based on a host of factors. But the simple fact is that they cannot see the whole picture. So it is just better to get it scientifically evaluated with the use of psychometric assessment, which can help you to understand your personality, interest, ability, and also the career options recommended for you. And another tool which can help is also astrology, which is based on the date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth. It can help you understand your persona and the various planetary positions in your chart and what kind of careers would suit you and where you could actually excel in the long run. The fourth point is do your own research. So an essential step to move closer towards your decision is to know your options. So while you can, of course, consult other people and get their advice, don't take everything at face value. So it's also important, whenever you come to know about careers, probably you've shortlisted some of them. So read up thoroughly on what careers are available with your chosen stream and subjects. Or if you're looking at a particular career, what is that you're going to do in that career? What is the pathway that you need to take, graduation, post-graduation, what courses available are, what are the universities that offer those courses, and what are the job prospects, what are the companies that you could get placed in once you complete that particular course. So the idea is to equip yourself with the power of information to know what you will be getting into in case you opt for a particular career option. तो जितना आप रिसर्च कर सकते हो अपने बेसिस पे आप कर सकते हो if you have shortlisted some options in your mind. Then taking up internships in your area of some interest. So it is a fact that we often do not know what actually happens in a career, and the best way to get this information is to live it or experience it. So internships are a first class way of experiencing a particular career, because internships can get you that desired exposure to help you comprehend early what to expect in a chosen career. So you could take up, suppose you like graphic design, you feel like graphic design mein career karna, so take up an internship maybe for 2 months or 3 months. It could be online or offline. Work in that particular field, spend time interacting with the people there, and where you'll be able to understand whether that is something you want to do in the long run, as a course, as a career, right? And voluntarily signing up for events, seminars, conferences, or take up an internship with different companies shall give you that experience. And next comes, before I move ahead, one of the good platforms that could help you to take up internships is internshala.com. Please do check it out. Visit careers and education fairs. Career fairs are events where employers, recruiters, and schools give information to potential employees. So here you can get a chance to meet employers, establish professional relationships, and discuss potential job and or internship opportunities. So many employers, they form a variety of industries, attend, and there are both general and specialized career fair events. So education fairs expose you to the upcoming courses available and the universities and institutes that are offering them. Such fairs can actually help you explore the available options in India and also in abroad. So do visit one if time permits. Next is speak to professionals. So interacting with professionals in your chosen career shall give you a fair idea of what to expect when you begin your career. So professions which seem enticing often involve hours of painstaking sweat and toil. So you can connect with them through your own personal network or through social media networks like LinkedIn, Facebook, or through career fairs. Right? That is also possible. And then last but not the least is taking help of career counselors or career professionals. So professional and scientific approach to the most important decision of your life could actually save you a lot of precious time, money, and effort. Because when you choose a wrong career, it is not only about loss of time, effort, and money, it is actually going to hit the confidence of the child. So a counselor is perfectly equipped to suggest and guide you with a combination of psychometric tests and expert guidance to help you reach the right decision. So what may seem great for your friend may not simply work for you necessarily. So advice from family and friends always has some personal bias and opinion attached to it, as opposed to a counselor's advice which is purely suited to your capabilities and interests. So give yourself the advantage of the professional expert help. Now, what we discussed was evaluate whether you like your stream, explore and enter examinations, eliminate human biases, do your research, take up internships, visit education fairs, speak to professionals, and take help of career counselors. So yes, one hurdle has been crossed now, the board exam, but it is also time to prepare for the next one. So a bit of thinking, a little bit of analysis and a little bit of professional advice shall do the best for you. And I repeat, don't worry, it's not too late, but sure, it's some time for you to take a quick action. And after watching this PPT, Akash was now a bit relieved, as a huge burden was lifted from his shoulders. Finally, he found the courage to talk to his parents and convince them that he wanted to pursue career in psychology, but they were not feeling very convinced. So they went on to take a career advice, career guidance, and was going to explore that path. So what do you think after going through this PPT? How it has become easier for you, this presentation in the video? So thank you for watching this video. And at the same time, I would like you to share in the comment box of how this PPT helped you and what actions you're going to take now after the board exam to choose the right career option that you're there. And if you're not a class 12 student but you're younger and you still have the opportunity to choose a career option or to plan your career journey well in advance, that could put you at an advantage than a student who's already given the board exam, because you still have time to explore, understand, and probably those applications which have been closed right now for some of the students of class 12 board exam, you could still time on those, have a hold on those options if you start planning and identify your career options early. So if you want to do that and need help, send an email to cvhakshay@gmail.com and we'll be happy to help you to take your career journey forward with us. Thank you very much for watching, and if you found this video valuable, don't forget to share it with your friends. Press the like button and यूसी मत करो, like दबाने में आपको कुछ नहीं लगेगा, but it will be benefiting for this initiative to reach to many students and parents who could be benefited. So thank you very much for watching and wish you all the best.